Now then, Bridgetown TV, welcome everyone. Got Gaffer Mike Thompson sat next to me following today's FA Cup preliminary round home game against Dunston, where it's a 3-0 defeat, but obviously I'll let you summarise second half when it really was competitive in the first. Over to you.
No, listen, you know, I've not nailed the boys in any respect in there. I think consistency is what we need to look at now, because we were very good against Whitley Bay and we were very average against Long Eaton. We've then gone to Lincoln and been very good there, and then we've been very average today. So, you know, they're the levels that we need to look at. We can't be up here and then down here. I'd rather have a happy medium where at least we know what we're gonna get week in, week out. You know, first half, yeah, we're competitive. I think the boys are really frustrated in respect to the goal that we scored. You know, we've got a goal that's a yard and a half over the line, and they've not given it, and that puts us 1-0 up. You know, but we didn't really cope with their shape in the first half, and we changed our shape because of personnel, and that's another issue in itself in respect to 3 games in and the amount of lads that we've got unavailable. You know, so I've got to look at that, and I've just told them that in there. You know, if lads are away for pleasure reasons, you know, I might have to look elsewhere, because I can't cope with having 2 lads to influence a game in the second half. We need more options. You know, so it's annoying, but you know, we were beaten and we were run over in the second half, and I will put a bit of that down to Tuesday, mate. We've really left.
That's what I was going to say to you. Is it when you're going like I don't know, I've never played at this level, like, so when you go, let's say Saturday, Tuesday, how does that impact on the players? Do we get a bit leggy? Is it hard to keep that consistency in every game when you're playing so much?
Yeah, you can get leggy. Consistency shouldn't be an issue. You know, they should be absolutely buzzing from what they've achieved on Tuesday night. It's the issue with the 10 men thing that may have influenced a bit of it. And again on Tuesday, you know, late call on Jackie Yates not being fit enough, and he's not fit enough today. You know, we've got Harvey Crew missing through injury. We've then got Ben Lewis away at a wedding. We've got Will Sutton and Will Webster and Harry Webster on holiday. You know, so unavailability absolutely kills you when they've put as much effort and commitment in as they did on Tuesday, and the relentless running down to 10 men for 60 odd minutes of the game. You know, you can say it's tickets sold today, because second half we didn't have enough legs.
Well, I will say that I was ordered to get married in between seasons. Literally, between that date and that date, we can get married. We can't get married in the season. But is this a thing like the modern footballer? Obviously, it's not a professional game.
Yeah.
People maybe do.
It's not a professional game, and it's one of those where, you know, lads make those decisions. It's today where, you know, does somebody keep a lad out of the team that has made the decision to not be here today for whatever reason that is? And no, it's not. You know, because I think other than Matty Broadley today, who has yet again run himself into the ground, I don't. You know, there's a number of them that can't complain if they're out of the team next week. But it's relentless, Kev. Like I said, Tuesday night again. You know, Saturday, Monday, Saturday. So we need bodies. We need people to be fitter. You know, we need to be able to keep producing. But my major thing from today is just the peaks and troughs of consistency. Quality, we've got enough in the room. We can't be that high one week and that low the next.
It's literally days, isn't it? It's not weeks even. It's,
yeah.
So obviously, I went there on Tuesday night, Lincoln 3-0 win. Ali getting a hat-trick. You must be happy with that. Kind of like that is.
Yeah.
Goals next Tuesday. I've been to those instant finishes. I went there.
I mean, his first one, I can't praise him enough for Tuesday. Honestly, I can't praise him enough for Tuesday. The first goal was superb. You know, instinctive, edge of the area from a knockdown from a corner, and his quality on the ball was superb, and he puts it in the top corner. We then go down to 10 men, and we ask the boys to be brave and continue playing the way we want to play. We get another goal before half time, and then, to be honest, you know, we was under a bit of pressure because we're down to 10 men, but we looked like the more likely to score all second half, you know. And
I thought it was nice, the chairman's statement saying how how on point, not just yourself, your medical team and the players there, you know, for that game, and I know he's very proud of the performance.
And that, I'd like to think that's what we've instilled in him, you know, and Denny and Ali were superb in that front two because they made everybody else feel like we weren't a man light. You know, the three behind them and then the four behind that didn't feel like there was a man light, and that was due to their work rate. So yeah, you know, we could call it legs.
There was a red card in there as well, Jack Griffin. I take it that ban kicks in Tuesday, is it?
Kicks in Tuesday, so we're missing Tuesday, Saturday.
I went there and obviously I hear people say, well, everyone in the dugout got loud and in a way got him sent off, but you was in the dugout. I'll ask you.
It looks bad, you know.
Was it as bad as that one that we saw last week? When,
no, it's not as bad as that, but it looks bad. He's scissored into the tackle, and I think when it's wet and you slide, you know, and a player goes up in the air, the dugout doesn't help, you know, the gaffer, assistant gaffer, everyone's on the pitch. But you know, I'd have probably said if you got a yellow card, you wince and think, well, okay, we'll crack on, we'll carry on with a bit of luck there. But again, it is what it is, and
instant red as well. No thinking time for the ref. Instant red. But hey, do you know? Let's talk about the positives, right? And I'm just gonna. I know you went to Lincoln with you on Tuesday, and I know he was on your bench tonight. I love local lads being given an opportunity, and I know that you've given one like last 20 minutes today, Cam Conley.
Yeah.
That's nice to see, mate.
Yeah, well, Cam was around us in pre-season. He had little niggles and little injuries, and then a problem with the way he was breathing. And again, it's that commitment. You know, I've said to him, if the commitment's there, you'll get your opportunity. Cam's not trained with us enough by any stretch of the imagination, so when he comes onto the pitch, it's difficult for him because he's not around the boys, he doesn't know certain mannerisms and the way that we do certain things, and from a pace perspective, I want us to move the ball quicker than Cam does, but that will come if he trains with us. You know, so I always said it. I said it before a ball was kicked that lads will get their opportunities if they buy in, and that chance is there for Cam. You know, so he's got his chance to come onto the pitch today. Different circumstances. If we don't go down to 10 men on Tuesday and we're 3-0 up, you know, there's big opportunities there as well. So yeah, it's I love a local lad playing, mate, and I know it sort of heightens the mood in the stands and stuff. So you know, we won't do it for any other reason than Cam deserves it. You know, but if he wants to be around it, he wants to train, and he's here. He's got an opportunity to be in that squad.
So it's like I said, we said it before. We feel like there's no rest of the wicked at the moment in this division. So we go again in 72 hours, wax on.
Yeah.
Do we expect to have players back and all? Where we're going to be seeing your 5 subs and probably people actually getting dropped because you've got too many players?
Yeah, well, Harry's back from holiday. Ben Lewis will be back. We're going to have to take a rain check on Jackie Yates and see where he's at. But I think Tuesday will come too soon for him. And then maybe a new face before Tuesday.
So I might see the shirt getting held up.
But I can't have this much unavailability 3 games in, Kev. You know, it's not fair on everybody else that puts the grind in.
You always spoke, when we first started speaking, I loved it, our first ever interview, and you said, what is it, that talent gets you through the door, but once you're through the door, you have key words that you was always saying about that commitment and determination, the focus, and we'll go on a journey. Is that what you're a little bit worried about? That you're thinking maybe? I'm
not worried about it. You know, the majority of the boys understand it, but I get weddings dropped on me with a week's notice. You know, and it's boys fearing that they're not going to play in the run up to them going to a wedding or being away. And I get a wedding dropped on me with a week's notice when lads learn on about weddings for months, you know. So that's frustrating because they don't trust me either to pick them on merit. But that's where we're at, the level that we're at, and you know the commitment that we have. I'd like a little bit more, and the boys will be told that they see this, and if we want to be successful. You know, I don't talk about Bev very often, but you know, my back 5 at Bev rarely changed. And we built the quality that we had on the stability of the back 4 and 5.
No, you play, you know, I play, you and the Micros, And relationships.
And just foundations, foundations on what we do. But you have to change things now and then. And today we had tired bodies. And when you mix tired bodies with a little bit of less quality than we had on Tuesday, it's difficult.
It did look a little bit tight second half performance.
Yeah, it was.
But what's hard, that's what I'm saying, the mad thing is, we go again in 72 hours. So obviously we can recover and we can try and do all the good things here to be at 100%. But it's bloody hard.
Well,
it's the 2 games a week. And
it's difficult, and those boys are going to be... Wow, that's going to be a tough game because you look at Worksop, you look at Stockton, you look at Cleethorpes, and that's the top 3 in any order for me. So it's going to be a tough game, but we talked the other week about target setting and what we want to achieve, and I think the first 4 league games we know what we wanted and we're on course for it. So we have to go into Tuesday full of optimism, knowing it's going to be a difficult game, knowing the quality that they've got, and we just need to relax and recover in between because it's such a rapid turnaround.
To big up Matt Broad, I know he put 2 in his pocket down this week. And it's like, yeah, man, there's talent there, isn't there? It's really good. Just sometimes it's interesting. Right. Obviously, I want to put kind of get some out here on that potential new signing.
Yeah, I won't talk about anything until
we're talking maybe a position or you don't have to give me a name because I'll wait for your your announcement.
There's potentially 2, both midfielders. One can play centre half and midfield. They both play Conference North football. So I need more bodies if we're not going to be in a position to commit every week. And the lads will know that and they'll see it, and I honestly think the quality looks after itself when we're at full strength, but if we're not at full strength and we're scratching around and it's 3-4 games in.
What was that first half of the week when you was at full strength, mate? I was saying to you, wow, best football I've seen in a very long time. I know the fans who went to Lincoln, obviously I'm in touch with them and all that, and they were saying, you know what, best performance we've seen for like years. The word years was mentioned. I guess it's just one of your job now, I reckon, over the next 7 to big people, right? Let's get this shape organisation.
And it's just like I said, it's consistency because there's no other reason why we're that high we go from that high to that low other than consistency and the way lads look after themselves in the interim of Lincoln on Tuesday and today against Dunston.
I take you had Thursday off.
No, we didn't have Thursday off. We was in. And, well, you've got to, and it was more of a get the lactic acid out your legs and.
I'm talking the tactics for today. What do you say? Thursday's your preparation night for the Saturday.
Yeah.
So just basically get ready for these today. And there was a good team. Dunston and no mugs. I know went there last year. No mugs. The cup was up. We've got another cup in a few weeks time, haven't we? Where what do you call them, Ben? We were saying the name today, what we call
I said Cologne.
Cologne, it can't be Cologne, that's aftershave.
Colne.
There you go.
There we go. So we've got another cup game in a few weeks time. Don't forget another cup run going. And I guess ultimately we'll wait for your announcements, potentially a couple of new players, and we go again Tuesday night.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And at least you're not going up to the north east.
No, if you want to really break it down, we could be 1-0 up and the game might be different, but it is what it is. We move on. The league's important. We've had a superb start. Worksop's going to be tough on Tuesday, and then we've got another 2 games where
Saturday and Monday, that's a small window. That's a small window. What's that? 48 hours,
Yeah, well, it's the bank holiday football, isn't it? So they're trying to front load it as much.
So we try and be clever though as well. At least we don't need to be sneaking out of work and lying to our bosses on Tuesdays. I've got a doctor's appointment today. No, we should be here. And what I will say as well, we had a really good attendance today, a shot 300, and I think you feel it in the ground when it's a decent attendance. It's what we'd want to do is maybe Worksop. Let's have that number. You can't beat football underneath floodlights. I think it's an atmosphere, isn't it?
Yes.
Be nice to have the free. Well, I say 300. I know the chairman wants 350, but I'd take 300. Please come down and support what Tom is trying to achieve because it is on its day good football.
Yeah.
On its not day. No, I'm joking. No, but hey Tom, as always, thank you for talking to us straight after, mate. Like I say, get down Tuesday night, 7:45 kick off. Let's see if we can get over the 300 barrier. Regards this clip, please watch, like, subscribe, and I always say it, share, because I know hopefully more people will see the club we love. Right, Bricktown TV out, and we'll see you on Tuesday.